The other day on stream, I completed the Rebirth Trifecta Challenge, where we picked up a 20-kill duos win, a 30-kill trios win, and a 40-kill quads win. So today, I'm going to be giving you some tips for each game mode while breaking down some key situations that came up throughout each win. Let's get into it. So let's go ahead and jump into the duos gameplay here. Now, my biggest tip for 1v2 situations, and this could be in any game mode where you are facing a 1v2 situation, or this could be something like trios, where it's a 1v2 situation, and then you want to farm that last guy, let them fly back in. So my biggest tip is going to be play a little bit patient. I'm looking to get an easy kill on the first guy. Easy down, easy thirst, taking little to no damage, at which point it's just a 1v1 situation with the last guy, and I know exactly where he is. So we're going to go ahead and push in here. I'm going to take out the well gun, push him with Deddy. What you're going to see is I take a little bit of damage from this first guy, but I'm still in a really good spot to challenge here. So I'm going to basically get that first down. I see the second one pushing in, so I'm going to quick break the line of sight. I'm going to pop the stim for the speed boost, slide around him. That gives me the window of opportunity that I need to get the down and get the thirst. That's a pretty easy 1v2 situation. Now I'm going to rotate over. I'm going to pop UAV, and now I kind of see two things. I see one on my level to the left, and I see one flying in. Now I end up catching the one flying in that's above me, right? I catch him right about there. I saw a quick glimpse. So as I turn this corner, I know it's just this one guy here. So I center my crosshairs. I'm able to hit all my shots, get the down and thirst, and then we keep pushing towards security. Bunch of people in security. Now, this was a pretty big mistake here. Let's talk about rotations in general when it comes to whatever game mode you're playing. Look, Circle's pretty far away. Circle's about towards prison, towards the headquarters area, and this team has to rotate towards basically headquarters. There's no need that I needed to rotate down this way, and it's going to end up costing me here. I'm in a really good spot to hold them. I'm able to get the down there. I'm able to tag the second one right there, and I noticed there was one to my right earlier, so I end up turning, checking this guy. I'm able to hit a bunch of headshots, and we get that down. But what you're going to notice is that I'm kind of rotating with Circle here, and I'm in a bad spot. So, like, I'm kind of rotating with Circle. I'm running with Circle, and I'm actually in an okay spot. You know, I'm not technically taking gas damage, but what you're going to see in a second here is that because I have to fight somebody while I'm fighting gas, I end up losing this situation because I'm so hyper-focused on this guy right here. I end up going down. It is what it is. And I just wanted to show you that, to teach you that lesson of, like, be careful rotating and fighting while you are pushing with gas. Now, I know there's people over this way, so I'm going to go ahead and push in, and you're again going to see how I get a clean down and thirst on the first guy allows me to figure out information and challenge the second one. So I'm going to go ahead and push in here. I get the down. I get the thirst. Notice the other one is right above me, so I'm going to go ahead and push around. This is a little bit aggressive, the fact that I'm down a plate, but look at the centering and watch the strafing as I'm shooting here. That allows me to get that full kill right there. So right there, again, you see easy down and thirst on the first one. I get the information. Now I'm going to go ahead and challenge. Same thing right here. I know there's one above me, so I'm going to go ahead and challenge this guy. And this whole series of events is exactly what I just talked about. I get the down. I get the thirst. I see one pushing in stairs. I challenge. I hip fire. And I'm able to get the down and thirst there. That's a pretty easy team wipe. What I really want you to pay attention to right here, as I go challenge this last team, watch the timing. Watch how I played up while I'm moving. And then I actually have my AR right as I turn the corner. AR's out right as I turn the corner. Boom, we hit the first one. I'm going to immediately go challenge the second one. And just like that, that is how you 1v2 right there. Get an easy down and thirst, then focus on the second person. Let's go ahead and jump into trios here. Now, before we jump into trios here, I'm a 4KD player. My whole goal is simply to help you get better Rebirth and start dropping higher kill games. So if you are looking to get better, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below so that my content gets pushed to you a little bit more. And I post every single day. I live stream on YouTube 4 days a week. So if you want to know when I'm posting and going live, make sure you turn on that notification bell as well. So let's go ahead and jump into trios right here. Now, I want to quickly talk about my mindset behind trios and how to get more kills. I view trios as a duo situation, and then I'm going to leave that last player alive to farm his team back in. So as I approach, I'm in a 1v2 situation. I'm playing a little bit patient, trying to get an easy down and thirst, at which point I have information. Then I'm either going to quickly get the second kill, or I'm going to reposition and put myself in a better position, at which point I can then leave the last player alive to farm that team back in, and then we keep doing it over and over and over again. So that's my mindset behind trios that you're going to see throughout this. This guy pushes in, I get the down, I get the thirst, I know the last one is flying in. Now I'm going to play a little bit more patient. We're going to end up getting a UAV here, and then you're really going to see exactly how this situation plays out that I just explained. Decap's going to pop UAV. I'm going to have one in the hallway right here around the corner. So right here, we get the easy down and thirst. Now I know there's two players, right? One below me to the right and one below me by 10s. So I know this guy's pushing up here. I'm going to go ahead and be ready for him. I'm going to get the down. I'm going to get the thirst, and now I'm going to let the last player live. I'm going to run away from that situation, let that team fly back in, and we're going to head over to control. Now, control is hot. Control is going to be a little bit different because of there's two teams here, so I'm going to have to be constantly repositioning, playing fast, but I'm still using information to my advantage. First thing that I want to show you here is this guy flying off. So that's going to be my first piece of information about, okay, this guy's pushing in. I'm able to get the down. I'm able to get both downs. We get both thirsts. And I know there's another team here, so I push around the corner, and this is just a movement play here. You know, I just happen to catch a quick glimpse of that guy. I use Daddy to my advantage for a little bit of speed boost. I slide right around him. Now I play a little bit more patient. I'm going to go ahead and get a UAV up. I'm going to grab this Daddy right here because that is a huge advantage for me. We're going to go ahead and push back in. I know there's one down below me, so I'm going to center my crosshairs. I'm going to be ready for this guy. We get the down. We get the thirst. Now I have one on my level across, and I have one right to my right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get out here. I use the stim boost, be able to get out. Now we start the replating process, moving while replating, repositioning while replating, especially in this situation where I have a UAV up. So I'm thinking about, okay, where's my next position to actually challenge this from? So we're going to go ahead and push over this way. I'm going to catch this guy out in the street here in a second. Break glass. And I'm in a really good position here. I hit all my shots, and let's figure out where the rest of that team is. Two people straight across. One on my level, one below. So I'm going to go ahead and push over here. Again, they are a little bit separated right now. Well, I end up getting that down in thirst.
Let's go.
Two people below me and one below right in this corner. Still a lot of people here. Trying to see what I can find. I notice this guy, and I end up not chasing. Why? Because there's two people around here. There's a lot of teams, or two teams around here, multiple people. I don't want to put myself in a bad situation. So I'm going to end up pushing back, grabbing the muni box so that I can reset my stims. I want to always have stims to use to my advantage, whether it's for the speed boost or for the health boost. And we're going to end up being able to get another kill over here. I hear him outside. He's clearly rotating right to me.
Right outside here.
And we're just ready for that guy. Now we have one flying above, so we're going to leave that guy alive right there. So we go ahead and fast forward a little bit. We were basically going through. I got picked up a few extra kills, but nothing really crazy. Now we push over to here, kind of towards endgame. Now this was the Rebirth Trifecta challenge, so we had to pick up a 30-kill win this game as a team. So at this point, we were playing together, we were focusing more on clutching up, and we were wiping teams. We were no longer farming teams, but if we wanted to, we still have another 50 seconds that we could farm this lobby. Now, we end up seeing three over here, right? So there's the easy down and thirst, and we're playing as a team here. There's another one, and then the last one we just kind of clean up. So I'm looking, especially when we're wiping teams, you don't necessarily have to farm, but when you're wiping teams, you know, get a clean first kill, focus on that second guy, and then just clean up that last guy. That's the way I view it. And look, I know it's easier said than done. I want to pause here for a second. Two teams left, right?
Yeah.
Two teams left, and I want you to pay attention to where they are. One team in control, one team in harbor, right? So those are the last two teams that we're playing with. And this control team's rotating. So again, I'm looking to get a clean down and thirst here. We get the first one. Now, it's not clean, but I do take a lot of damage. So what I'm going to do is I know where they are. They're kind of down below, kind of rotating towards us. So I'm basically going to reposition. Now, TCAP does a great job here. He gets one, and then he's able to just clean up the second one. That's a team wipe right there. Now, where was that last team? Last team was in Harbor. A lot of you would forget that, right? Oh, I think a lot of you would be like, oh, where's that last team? And you would start searching and try to figure them out. Keep in mind that information. So we're in a really good spot. And I actually calmed a TCAP. I said, I'm pretty sure they're over at Harbor. So I want to break the first one. We get the basically, the second one's down. The first one's broken. The last one's tagged here with gas pushing him. Not quite yet, but we're just going to go ahead and pinch this. And right there, you see some tips for trios. So easy first kill. Get that second kill, and then just leave the last guy to fly back in. Let's go ahead and jump into quads. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into quads here. Now, biggest thing with quads is going to be information, right? Understanding where people are, whether it's mini-map pings from people shooting, whether it's getting it down and thirst and understanding where his teammates are. We're constantly using this information to understand where people are and really avoid situations where we are just getting overwhelmed by people. We're trying to constantly keep people separated, constantly be repositioning. You're going to see that throughout this. By the way, quick rundown right here. We grabbed Lodi, and then I end up dying. So I have 4 kills, 8 other teams up. We have to get a 40-kill duo quads win here. So we're pretty far off. And there's two main situations that I want to break down. This one, and then we're going to fast forward to about third circle where I start to absolutely clutch this off, go off for 24 kills, which was absolutely insane with this Cooper carbine. But guy flying in, I get the down, I get the thirst. Now, I completely missed the third player that was in heli. So I see one down below me that TCAP's close to, and I see this one straight down. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge this guy straight down. That's a 1v2 situation right there. Now, it turns into a 1v3 because this guy ends up smoking me, but I'm looking to just get out here. And when I say it's a 1v2 situation, I got the clean first one. I was able to immediately go challenge that second guy. And then we're able to get out of there. We're able to farm that team a little bit. Now we fast forward, like I said, to this third circle here. I have 8 kills now, 6 other teams. It was kind of just a mosh posh. There wasn't a whole lot going on. But I see this guy flying in. I'm going to grab this loadout Cooper carbine, this long range. So I'm running the long range Cooper with the floor loot short range Cooper. And I have one person below me in stairwell, one person flying in. And this is going to be me constantly using information. And the biggest thing here in terms of information is going to be getting a thirst and understanding where those teammates are, as well as using minimap pings when people are actually shooting. So I hear one right behind me. I'm pretty lucky there that that person had no plates. I'm able to get the down, get the thirst. I have one below me, one above me, and one ghosted.
There's one ghost.
And I do have Daddy Pops here. And there's a team over at Chem that's going to end up shooting me right now. So we're kind of in a weird spot here. A bunch of people, but I'm seeing minimap pings in terms of I hear people shooting here. So I know there's multiple teams. So I got to play a little bit patient. I don't want to be over aggressive, put myself in a situation where I'm constantly getting shot. Now, I want to talk about this right here. Be very careful with headies. Headies are very, very good. But if you get a good player who understands recoil control, what ends up happening that you'll see with both of these guys is I only hit headshots here. Because that's the only place that I can aim. That's the only place that I can actually hit. So I hit all headshots, and the TTK is absolutely insane. So we have one ghosted player and one over at Decon. Now I hear one below me. So I'm just trying to quick chow this. And look, that's a little bit of an aggressive play, but I heard him pushing up, and I love this Cooper carbine. Last one is over at Chem here. So at this point, TCAP's down. We're in duo quads. We need to pick up a 40-kill win here. So I'm just going to play patient. I'm going to let him fly back in. I'm not going to play too over-aggressive, especially because I don't have great information. I know that there's people here, but don't really have a whole lot. So see this guy flying in. We're able to clutch up there. That's kind of clutch number one. Last guy's over on the roof here. TCAP is now back. So I'm kind of pushing up here, and that guy ran right by me because he didn't have a gun either. So we kind of like were panicking next to each other, and we weren't in a position to challenge. But I end up coming back, and I'm able to get that down. Now we kind of reposition, right? I know that there was another guy in there. I know that there's people shooting below me from the minimap, and this is all the information that I'm gathering at once. It's a lot of information, but we're able to get that down in thirst. We're able to get both right here. By the way, I'm now up to 16. I had 8 when I started. I now doubled that, and there's one ghosted somewhere around me. Now I see shooting below. So even a ghosted player may not have a silenced weapon, and you can still see them pop up on the minimap. Bunch of people below here, and what's going to end up happening is I make a pretty crucial mistake here that almost cost us. TCAP gets sniped from like prison or somewhere crazy, and he was resable. But I have 16 grand, so I'm like, hey, I'll just buy you back. The problem, he's going to bleed, and I was going to buy him back. The problem is there was somebody floating right here. And what you're going to see is I end up getting caught in a situation where I can't buy him back. I get the down, I get the thirst. Now there's one person right over here that is pushing me from this side. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge. I'm going to play slow, peek the corner, tag him. Now I see him pushing left. This is a pretty easy one right here. Pretty easy read that guy's pushing that way. Last one is now on my level, kind of pushing me. Now I was going to go buy him, but I was nervous about people in bio. So I'm trying to play a little bit patient. Now I hear this guy pushing below me, or pushing right behind me. So now I have to go in and challenge here. And we're in a position where we can start to wipe these teams. We don't need to farm these teams anymore. Be able to get the team wipe right there. And we're going to start plating up. Now I hear another person pushing me. So there's another person pushing me here. So I still can't buy him back. I'm going to end up popping Deddy. I hear him right behind me, so I'm going to go ahead and use basically circle. I hit all my shots there. Down, thirsted. Okay, now I'm getting clustered. Still can't buy him back. There's one top bio. There's one kind of to my right. And I really want to get it back. Now I hear shooting over this way. So now I'm trying to see what I can find. I don't hear anything. Boom, one guy peeks. We're able to get the down and get the thirst. By the way, this Cooper's insane. Now I have one pushing on my level and one over at bio. Still not able to get the buy off. I can't over pursue for this buy here. If it's available, I'm going to grab it, but I can't get it as of right now. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge this guy right. I know he's pushing me, right? Look at the minimap. I know he's pushing right over towards me. So I'm just going to be ready for this guy. Look at the way he's moving after I get this kill. We get the down. We get the thirst. Look at him pushing towards me. You can see that he's pushing. So as I turn this corner, I'm just going to be ready. We hit all the shots there. We get the down. We get the thirst. Other ones down below me at this point. So now I'm finally feeling like I'm in an okay spot to get the buy off. And I have 20 grand. So let's definitely do it. I got 22 kills. And that's where I talk about just clutch it up. Now TCAP's back. I don't want to linger at that buy station. It's not a look, I have 17 grand. I'm going to go buy more stuff. A lot of you would buy your teammate back, then buy a UAV, then buy a loadout. And in that situation, especially since you just notified everybody that you've just bought somebody back, I would not linger there too long. Plus, there's people below me here.
There's people below me.
I hear them pitter-pattering around. I hear them in tunnel. So now I'm going to go ahead and buy UAV here. UAV first. Then I'm going to buy loadout, although I didn't really throw loadout in a good spot here. I threw loadout in gas, although I thought TCap actually, I went back and watched TCap's stream. He actually tried to get it. He tried to get it and couldn't get it through the roof. Now, there's 2 down below me, right? Look at the pings here. There's 2 down below me. There's 1 to my left. This guy doesn't really know where he needs to rotate to, so we're able to hit all his shots there, get the down. And that's our big game bounty. So now we get the super UAV.
No, 3.
3 people all down below. They have to rotate out of tunnel. TCap's going to pinch from that side. I'm just going to hold them here. And this is a easy win at this point because they have nowhere to go. They have to come out of tunnel towards us. I get the first down. I'm going to go ahead and push ahead, right? Why do I jump that? I jump to get distance. We're able to get the team wipe right there. So there's a lot of tips for duos, trios, and quads. Playing patient, repositioning, using information. I hope you found today's video helpful. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.